Welcome to another edition of Dizzarian Plays MMOs. Today I'm in Everquest 2, and on my level 95 Necromancer. I'm still in the Cobalt Scar here at Scarstone, and we're continuing on where we left off, and going to talk to Captain Zungur, the Troll. State your business. Field Marshal Vashira sent me to lead the attack against the Awakened. As my superior commands, take this battalion flare. Once you enter the intended target area in the Drakelands, fire it. The attack will commence upon your signal. Alright, so we're going to go mark some targets where they know where to send the ballistas, I guess. And so, yeah, we're going to go, if you haven't been following along, we are fighting a dragon problem here. And they all reside down in this area, in this island here. Had a problem with the Othmere. They were having problems with them, or they're just wondering what was going on, but we are definitely having problems here. So I'm going to go fly down to this island, and I'll be back when I get there. And just so you know, as soon as I fly over the edge, you can see the huge dragon island there. And you can see there are drakes flying around all over the place, too. So it's a pretty cool sight. So we've been here before, and you can see there's a huge drake right there. We're going to go ahead and take him out. And before we go, because we need back in this area. They die pretty fast, even though they are, or appear to be much higher level. This is a good spot for the flare, so we're going to do that. Slay the drakes and Awakener recruits. Okay. Oh, I guess we're not firing ballistas. We're just sending in the forces. They needed to know where to go. So I need to find the Drake and Wyvern Awaken. They're not in this area right now, so they're going to be in one of these other little platforms and flying around probably. Yeah, in fact, here's one right here above where we set off the flare. So let's take him out. So it's a full-on assault on their own land to take these guys out. It's taking a little bit to kill for some reason. I tell you, my mercenary doesn't work half the time. Okay, so wrapping up the last one. Easy enough. And so we need to return back to Field Marshal Vashira. Alright, so I've made it back to the Field Marshal's tent. So we're going to talk to him, let him know. I heard some preliminary reports of your success, Disease. How successful do you believe it was? Quite successful, actually. The attacking forces surprised the Awakened. Good, they had used the Drake lands as a launching ground for their attack against Geist Shrine. That's much is clear, but I doubt they'll be holding it for much longer. Me too. Head to Scholar Nibbin and been asking for you while you were away. I suggest you see her soon. Okay. And I think she's just right. Is this her over here? I thought it was the crazy gnome. That's the banker. Oh, there's a banker here. Aha, this is her right here. And she's a deep water person. It pleases me that you have chosen to provide aid to our cause here, Disease. Thank you. Tell me, is there truth to the reports of the undead within the Cobalt Scar? Oh yeah, I countered some of the forsaken Othmere village and the scattered Bone Beach. Curious, there was no undead in this region previously. What's changed? This warrants a thorough investigation, and someone already well versed on this topic, would be an ideal choice. What do you want to investigate? You found undead at the southernmost end of the region, and then more in the center. I wonder what you'll find along the shores of the cove north of here. Yes, let's begin our investigation there. All right. We're going to go look for more undead. And you can see it's just right here in the cove, which we went in the previous episode. We've been down in this cove. There's a lot of crazy things going on down in here. Oh, I swooped in here and I discovered a powerful undead something. Why didn't you leave that message up? Comment. Slay the undead before turning to head to the Scholar. Oh, I see they're right down here. So we can see that there are many undead, along with some crabs. And an accursed sea dog. Really? A sea dog? Like some kind of sailor? These are a little bit different undead. They're not like walking around. They are floating and glowing a little more than normal, and a little bit harder to kill. That's a double up, and he's not just falling, is he? I don't know where my stupid mercenary is again. Alright, so I'm going to kill the rest of these and be right back. Just finishing this up. Some of these are harder. I think the ones that are 100 are a little bit harder. Of course, I'm in here at level 95, so they are a little outside of my range, but not much. But they are harder. They don't drop as easy. Alright, return back to the Scholar, so... Ah, you returned, Disease. Do tell me, were there any more undead in the Howler Cove? Oh, yes. And they were the strongest that I've had encountered yet. Intriguing. And what of the types of creatures targeted? How do they compare to one another? They don't. Some of the creatures I've seen affected are Othmere, Ulthruk, snakes, and human. You made some good observations, Disease. I am left to wonder, would you encounter... What is this? Would you encounter more undead, perhaps stronger ones, at the westernmost edge of Cobalt Scar? Ah, there could be. I'll go find out. Ooh. Oh, okay. Here's the direct travel. In fact, somebody had mentioned in the comments of the previous episode that about this, how it was kind of cut off, and that's the reason we didn't have it. And now we actually do get the map here once we complete this. So we're going to head west of Scarstone in search of the undead. It says there are no sign of undead west, but there's the small island. And why don't I have... Ugh, I hate it when it does that. Alright, but there is a small island here. Search the small island west of Scarstone. And there is some creatures here. Some sirens. And there is a distressed siren. Let's see what she has to say. Oh, thank you, the queen. Oh, thank the queen. A champion has heard my song and come to help. Is this their song that they're talking to? Let's take a closer look at her. Wow, look at her. Ain't she pretty? What's wrong? My sisters within the secluded grotto are in trouble. I thought it truly doomed until I saw your approach. Now you are here, and now I have hope. What kind of trouble? Oh, it is too terrible. Monsters and so much death. Please, won't you help my defenseless sisters? Do you mean undead? Is there something necrotic within your grotto? Undead? Aye, yes. Oh, that is precisely it. See, you have a keen understanding of these things. You are fated to be our savior. I will help you, but first, you must return to my camp to prepare. Ah, no, there's no time. Why, we may already be too late. I'm no good to you if you enter unprepared. I'll be back. Alright, so we need to go and talk to the Scholar and let him know what we found before we go in, I guess. What did you find, Disease? Were there even stronger undead at the westernmost edge of Cobalt Scar? Not that I saw, but according to the distressed siren that I encountered, there are undead within their grotto. Undead within the siren's grotto? Then my suspicions that there is an outside source spreading the necrotic touch may be confirmed. Huge dragon bones were to blame for the necrotic curse of the forsaken Othmere village. An additional fact not to be dismissed. I wonder if you would find more within the siren's grotto. I wonder... It may be the cause of all the undead in this region. Wait, my intuition is that you will find the source of the necrotic touch within the Siren's Grotto. Your intuition? What do you mean? You should be told that the entire truth. Ah, here it comes. You have encountered members of the Deepwater Circle such as myself, interested in exploration and the study of Velius, but we have always had an ulterior motive. Oh, here it comes. We have been accompanying the new Combine in order to watch over certain developments and report back to the duality. His focus has been the age-end prophecy. And you think this necrotic curse is related? I'm not certain, but it is why I'm determined that we investigate it thoroughly. Are you willing to see the investigation through even within the Siren's Grotto? Oh yeah, I am. And we're going to get a glorious grotto painting. And a new Combine issue adornment lever. Using this item The adornments will destroy the item and return all adornments. Cool. Alright, so we're going to go back and enter the Siren's Grotto. So actually, looking at it on the map, here's where we met the distressed Siren. So we're actually going to go into this little cove area here. And there is a dungeon in here, I guess, the Siren's Grotto. Which is why it looks like that. So I'm going to go ahead and show this on camera, fly in here. I've never been here, so this is all new for me. We can see we've got all sorts of pillars, and there's definitely a big, huge cave entrance. Discovered the Siren's Reef. Oh, that last noise always makes me have a unlocked the achievement tending the scar. Cool, cool. Actually, there was a named over here. I want to see what it is before I move on. Ooh. Shangzor the Enchanted. That does not look like for me. I've had some problems with the named in this area, so I'm not going to take him on just yet. But we are going to enter the alluring embrace of the Siren's Grotto. So I click on this and right click. I guess there's no double. Sometimes the reason it has that colon alluring embrace is because sometimes there's multiple listings for a dungeon. I don't guess there is here. So yeah, this we're gonna go inside and see what this is up with this. I've never been in here, so just bear with me here. Oh, when I clicked on it, you can see. So we can do advanced solo here. We don't want to do heroic. Heroic means a group content, and then there's a whole lot of other stuff. So we're gonna do advanced solo. Okay, we've entered into the Siren's Grotto. Actually, this does look familiar. Maybe I have been in here before. Just with a dungeon finder or something. So we're going to be working our way through. We can see there's all sorts of coral. And did you see that? They're traveling through the waterfalls. That is so cool. And there's lots of them just kind of slowly going around for some reason. I guess this is how they travel from one place to the other. They use these little waterfall portal-like things. Anyway, so let's get to the end here. I'll be right back. The seductress eyes some prey. Oh. The pearlescent causeway. These mobs? Nope, that's seduced combine. Shanira, sister seductress. Ooh, she's pretty. Oh, a new pretty to aid to my collection. Come hither, my dear. Lay down your weapon. Be not afraid. You are safe here. I'm not so sure. Your will proves too powerful for the seductrix. Why do you resist? How is this possible? You have done something with my voice. For that, I shall take your life. Oh. Boom. What the heck? I'm being bounced around like crazy. Holy cow, what is going on? No, I've not been here before. Aha, that's what I thought. These are like bounce pads. And luckily we don't take any damage while we're here. But let's get on the ground or something. Let's try to take some of these things out. And I may just show all of this event or combat. We might go long on this episode just depending on what this takes to actually beat it. Oh man, those are not dying. Is there something else I can... A shield amplifier? These are taking no damage. So I've got to do something else. Can I... This is not good. Let me look to see what I can find. I'll be right back when I find something. Aha, look, if you see up here, there's shield amplifiers that are draining this. And they're actually, my hand hovers over it whenever I do this. So, I think I need to hit these bounce pads. And see, that got rid of that one. So I've got to hit each one of these. On the ledge. That's good. Very good, okay. This is pretty neat. I have not been to any dungeon like this in Everquest 2. This is really pretty awesome. I've never seen them do such a crazy mechanic. Let's get all of these. Now getting the final one, maybe. I didn't get close enough. I keep missing it. My cursor's going crazy. Let's try this other jump. There we go. So that shield drop. My shield, you shall pay this folly with your life. And my pretties will exact that price for me. Her pretties. Yes, come on, pretties. Let's see these. Ah, yeah, they die easy. Possess combine soldiers. And then here she is. And she's going to go down really quickly. Maybe. Oh no, I lost one of my... What is going on? Oh no. I might have messed up my recording video on this. We'll see. Siren song. We get a small chest. And search the grotto for clues. So we're still looking in here? Oh, let's look at this thing right over here. Oh no, it looks like this area opens up. So that was just the first phase of this. The sublime depths. Looks like the sirens from here on out are actually aggro, unlike the previous ones who didn't seem to notice or care that we were here, but now they do. The chaos by your intrusion has reached the summoning of something. Jeez. Oh wait, here it has. Reached the summoners of the grotto's guardian. Ooh. Ominous. These are actually, I started to say lore and legend. So there's this good place to pick up a few of those kind of things. Cool. I only need to study scale and whale. That's not a scale. Is that a scale? No. Anyway. So it looks like there's some kind of summon here. A coral construct. Ooh. He looks pretty cool, and that's the summoner there. So we are going to go straight into this guy. I just noticed my recording might have gotten corrupted there, so we missed some of it. Hopefully, it's not too bad. If it messed up and cut out a chunk of that last fight, I apologize. I try to do my best, but I forgot to put this in the screen before I started recording. And Doc Talk taking a little damage. Ooh. I'm all the way zoomed out, by the way. This is as good as it gets as far as trying to figure out. Yeah, backing up a little helped. Pearl begins to grow around Doc Talk. Oh. I see. So this is actually a little bit more mechanics we need to pay attention to. So I would guess that you need to be separated if you're doing this as a group. He's focusing on Doc. Is he? Oh no! What happened? One health. What? So now we've got... Maybe that was like the first stage, and now this is the second stage, or did it mess up? I can't even tell. Have to use a few more spells than usual. Could start doing out some combos here, just to get a little extra damage, a little extra buffs, depending on what we actually throw. You can see that adds in thing. Coral begins to go around Doc now. Die, man. Die. Really? Again? I'm wondering if this is broken. Let me get down through this one again. Okay, so I actually had to look this up and figure it out. He's really focused on my mercenary there. And so I had to back him off next to one of these summoners. When you do that, the summoner like breaks out of her little trance, and she is attackable. We've got to kill these sirens first, these summoners. So I'm attacking her. And so here, I'll show you. Let me get next to this summoner. And since you can see how he's focused on Doc there. So let me tell Doc to back off, which will bring him over here next to me. Okay, so now that should be close enough. And he's focusing on the Doc so let's tell him to attack. And the coral begins to grow. We don't want to be in that circle. And that knocks the summoner out of it. See? Ooh. So it doesn't matter. The coral is not killable until you get rid of these summoners, I think. Okay, so let's find the next one. Looks like there's two more. So let me do the same thing, and I'll be back whenever I get through all of these guys. Alright, getting the final one here, it looks like. Yep. Coral begins to grow. Ooh. In fact, yeah, we didn't have to kill him again. We just had to kill those guys. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So, we came from that way. I think we did. Yeah, we did. So I still need to search around. Oh, I think we're going to go up into this area. Okay, so I've made it into the room here in the back. Dark water mistress and stuff. Oh, and there's some... Oh, there's the Kellethan. No, they're not. I thought that was maybe the Kellethan party that went missing. So something has to be found here. Aha, these are the mistresses right over here. Let's see what happens when we get closer. We've witnessed your kinds of intrusion within our grotto. These landwalkers should learn what it means to be a proper guest. You're right, sister. Perhaps we should teach them. Oh yes, sister. Let's play our favorite game with them. Yes, let's. I know what role I shall play. What about you, sister? I'm feeling quite divine today. Excellent choice, sister. Alright, so we got the dark weather events rise while you on the platform of this section area. Okay. Can't imagine these are going to be straightforward tank and spanks, but we're going to see. What the heck? Tell my tank to attack. There. Was that it? It was. No? There's something else still attacking me. Why is my crazy mouse like all over the place? No, there's another one over here. Deafening croaking sounds can be heard from somewhere. Okay. That's definite croaking sounds. So let's see if we can go up in here. I'm thinking that's where we need to go, right? Yep. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get through that. Its barrier's still up. I killed everything, but now there's a frog back here. Volot. So we need to kill him. He's a big frog. Alright, let's see what sort of mechanics this guy has. I'm loving that we're getting such interesting mechanics in these. What? Oh, he carved up some broodlings. Oh my gosh. Oh man, he died quick. Alright, since he's dead, I think we can go back now and that'll be open. Yep, it's open now, so I'll be heading to that back room. So first you resist.
Destroy our beloved guardian. My sisters of the Dark Water, all dead. And now you march upon my throne.
That's
like
right.
Tides upon tides of armies before you. And just like that, you will die in a watery grave.
Okay. I'm a little worried just to start taking her, but we'll see what happens.
Your next steps will be
Maybe we can beat her fast enough she can't do anything.
Sirens of the Grotto, protect your queen! Heed my call!
Ah, she summoned some ads.
You've resisted our beguiling songs thus far. Let's see you go against a flood of fear and terror.
Wow, she summoned quite a bit, actually. Luckily, my Doc Tick is in front of it. Talk. Let's go up here. Let's do a little AoE. Looks like we have to kill her ads to get her. Really? She's gonna keep? Come on, Doc Tick, man, you gotta fight, man. You understand? You don't sit there and you just don't do anything. What is this? Can we not beat her? Not while she's got coral around her. Yeah, we can't even. Wait, maybe we can. No, we gotta defeat these guys first. Can we defeat this coral reef? Maybe that's the problem. I'm going to, just to make sure. That's what it was.
Careful where you tread, landwalkers.
Oh no. Oh no, what have I done? Oh, okay. Probably feel it's probably safer to avoid the summoned water spouts, okay? Aha, that was it. Sweet. Alright. Ooh, seashell mantle. Oh my gosh, that is great. Awesome. And something I can't use. Templar, yes, yes. So those are even heirloom. So, it says speak to the combined soldier near the entrance of the Queen's chamber. Oh, our run speed is back. That's good. Let's see what he has to say.
Hello.
Ah, thank Tunair for your arrival. I could barely hold out for much longer. Hold out for what? Against their seductive embrace, I'm sure you must have seen it in the others. Unfortunate soldiers perhaps felt it yourself. I think I may have. I was led to believe this place was flooded with undead. At least that's what the Siren told me. She lured you here. Then, so her kind could capture the whole of you. I can tell you for certain you will find no undead here. No, you're right about that, but the Queen, she seemed off somehow, more maddened than the other Sirens I've encountered. It doesn't seem befitting for a Queen. Perhaps because she still clings to some relic given to her by the Sirens close to her. What relic? I only recall bits and pieces, but I remember one of the Sirens claiming it was taken from a necrotically cursed dragon, if that can be believed. This is news I should bring back to the surfaces. You should head back as well. The surface, yes, I'll be heading back to our encampment at Scarstone. If you're heading back that way, I'll see you at the top. I should be going back as well. And I think... brains. What? What were the brains for? Applies coral breath when activated, increases power of the caster by 25. Oh, that would have been nice to know that I could have had used that in here. Oh well. Okay, I think we're heading back. Okay, let's tell her what we did. What have you to report? There was no undead in there. The Siren was only trying to lure more people in to be taken under their spell. There was not being threatened by the touch of the undead. Then all that work was for naught. Maybe not. I learned that the Sirens claimed an item from the necrotically cursed dragon. They presented it to their queen. Sensational! I must communicate your findings. It does seem significant, doesn't it? If the item held by the Sirens was an initial source of the necrotic touch, then it is a proven dangerous item. We must keep the Awakened from realizing that something with such weaponized potential may be found within the Siren's Grotto. Oh yeah, that's a good point. While I communicate your findings, I would suggest you keep the Awakened Legion in the Drake lands on the defensive. What do you mean? Keep them focused on their territory within the Drake lands. An explosive attack should accomplish this. Artemis Clangfangle should have some boom barrels that will perform nicely. Alright, they won't know what hit them. Ooh, and we may be getting something new. Let's just see what that looks like real quick. Very cool. So that's going to wrap up this episode. We're getting close to wrapping up the Cobalt Scar, I believe. Be looking. I'm kind of looking forward to that and moving on to the next area. If you got ideas on where I should go in the next area, go ahead and put those down below and we'll start looking at that. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave any comments you may have. And as always, if you haven't yet, you really should be subscribed. I try to put out an EQ2 video every week, and I try to put out an MMO video every single day of the week. So you want to make sure you are subscribed so you can get notification of that and my streams. So until next time, bye.